want to be able to trade giant boner candles like these, but you're definitely not gay, so it's not really something you're looking for, not really something you're comfortable looking at even. Well, there's a way to get a robot to do it for you. With the help of Markers Plus, we can use one of the built-in variables and Markers logic to detect these giant boner candles. These thick, full-bodied, juicy candles can be great signals if you know how to trade them. And also, if you are a raging lesbian, you can't stand the sight of boners, Markers Plus can help you. It will use its robotic skills to detect these giant, lush, thick, juicy boner candles for you and paint these nice signals, so you can now use these candles in your trading. So I'm using one of the built-in Markers Plus variables, the body of the candle, from the open to the close. It does not include the high or the low, so it's not getting any of these wicks. It's just when we have these full-bodied candles. That's what we're looking for. So for the logic to analyze, we want to type in the body of the current bar, bar 0, is greater than a certain amount of points. So this is an NQ 1-minute chart. If we wanted 1 tick, it would be 0.25. 2 ticks, 0.5. If we wanted 1 point, aka 4 ticks on the NQ, it would be a 1. I've been playing around with numbers between 10 and 20. I just started using 12. That seems to be working pretty good for the NQ. You'll probably want to play around and see what size boner candle that you really want to detect, depending on your time frame and the instrument that you trade. Second condition, we want the close of the current bar to be greater than the open of the current bar, and that's for longs. I've got it painting a background. You could do any kind of marker. Now for the shorts, the body of the current bar is greater than 12. Once again, still greater. But for the second condition, we want the close of the current bar to be less than the open of the current bar. See here, the close is less than the open, and the body is greater than 12 points. And that's it. That's using all built-in Markers variables. You don't have to have any Markers copy or anything else. So this is the price action from the New York Open this morning. Here's the first opening candle at 9:31. We get a signal. And the way I've been trading this is once we get a signal, I want price to break below the low of this signal candle by a certain amount of ticks, maybe 4 or 5 ticks or more, just depending on where we're at. If we're right up against VWAP or a moving average or a pivot point or some other kind of support and resistance, I'm not just going to sell right into a major area if there's not enough room. So a lot of different variables to factor in, but if we got in 6 ticks below the signal candle there, we had a 20-point drop in less than 2 minutes there. Here's our next signal candle. The candle right after only dropped down 3 or 4 ticks below. I'd be waiting for a little bit more, I think. I'd also be putting my stops above the signal candle. If I'm going short, my stop's going above the signal candle. Even if we waited for a couple points of confirmation, if we got in there, price moved down about 30 points in 5 minutes. Next signal candle, 10 o'clock. If we wait 5 or 6 ticks before we get in for price to move below the signal candle, there's another 13-point drop in 2 minutes. Here's a 5-minute with the same settings. I'd probably want to play around with the settings. You could also pretty much double the body size of boner candles that we're looking for, since this is the 5-minute. And we only get 1 during the 1 hour that I trade. Here's the previous day, Tuesday, on the 5-minute NQ chart with a 24-point body size. See, we get a nice move up at the news off this signal. Nice move down at the open off that signal. Nice move up right before 10. A couple other nice moves. With most things I like taking the first move, sometimes the second, but the third move and beyond in the same direction without any retracement. For myself, I have to have some more reasons than this one particular signal to keep going long at this point. I definitely don't just trade one strategy. I've got a whole playbook of things that I'm looking for, and I like to have as many line up as possible before I get into a trade. Had some choppy signals over the lunch hour that worked out, but took some heat, but never went above the signal candle for a stop out. Afternoon had a nice signal. Here's yesterday on a 1 minute NQ for the New York Open, 5 minutes in, and this is with the 24-point body size. Fewer signals, but a little bit more quality. Get a nice 90+ point move down after that signal candle. Nice move up after this signal candle. This candle we break above depending on where you get in. It took a little bit of heat, never came back to go below this low of the signal candle here. Ended up working out. You could also add another condition. Perhaps you also want the volume of the current bar to be greater than, let's say 3000 for a 1 minute NQ chart. Then we can highlight that, right click, copy, right click, paste. So all those candles were greater than 3000 on the volume. Let's go down back to the 12-point body size. And these are all the bigger candles that have the 12-point body size, but also have a volume greater than 3000. Seems to be some decent signals. This one would not have triggered. We never broke above the high of the signal candle. The rest of these look like they triggered. This is the first 1 hour, 9:30 to 10:30. Let's see if we take away this volume condition. See how many more signals we get. This volume condition would help filter out some of the signals. Yeah, see way more signals without the volume filter. So we're going to leave the volume filter on. Now we've got much cleaner signals. So this is just a way to find, bigger moves in the market. We've got these bigger candles, bigger volume coming in, trying to catch some of the waves, waiting for confirmation breakouts. Just infinite ways you can use Markers Plus. There's a bunch of different built-in variables that you can use. There's a Discord group for the Markers Plus, and it's got a list of all the built-in variables. So there's a way you can detect boner candles from the comfort of your own home. There's links in the description to all the different toys that I currently use in my day-to-day trading, and some coupon codes for the best prices. Anytime you use those coupon codes, it saves you money, and it also helps support the work that I do on this channel, and it's greatly appreciated. Either way, I hope you got some good ideas for your own trading. If you're enjoying this content, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.